world's best racing car simulators are now available for your personal and corporate entertainment. We manufacture for sale or hire open wheel and saloon car simulators. Don't bore your guests with long speeches, entertain them with something a little different at your corporate events. Set an impression that lasts forever with our car simulators. Put the brakes on your busy schedule and call us today on 0800 497 377.
A lot of people go through life doing things badly. Racing's important to men who do it well. When you're racing, it's life. Anything that happens before or after, it's just waiting.
Today, we stood on the wall. We laughed at the sun, we laughed at the guns, we laughed at it all.
Hopefully the sound issue is solved. It looks like it has been. So now we can get back to the racing.
Welcome back. Sorry about the wee sound issue that we had there. A few of our viewers have notified us that we were having a sound issue. We thought we were doing a wonderful job, so you've missed out on some of the highlights of commentary, as you do. We do apologise for the technical delay. At least you've caught the vision as the cars come in to stop now. Trevor Zacko Christensen bringing his entry into the pits. The control line, as you can see there, slowing the car down, hunting the very elusive Simon Cribb in the Coke Zero car. They come in to service the cars. We'll see how this plays out. Who's going to be quicker? Looking like about 9 seconds with some damage for Simon Cribb, so we'll see how that goes.
What are the pit stops going to be like for Jason Wilds then?
And Blake Johnson enters the pits. Cribbo's in and out in no time. We really should put him in a mobile livery with a quick stop like that.
Yes.
Dust on the front straight. Trevor Zacko Christensen bringing the car back out onto the track. Brad Jesson still in the lead, some 27 seconds ahead. We'll have to have a look and see how his pit stop plays out. Darren Owen, Simon Cribb, Jason Wilds. So Brad, can he get in and get out? There's nothing there between Wilds and Cribb. This could be for the lead of the race. Where is our mate, Brad Jesson? Did he pit early?
No, he did not.
He's out of sync. He's running the car late. This is a fairly brave call because, as Mark Larkin would detail on his whiteboard, there is a pit stop window, and the longer you leave it, the longer stationary you're going to be to bring the car back up to put the 40 litres in at the pit stop. So, whilst it sometimes seems wise to stay out later and run a longer stint, it doesn't always pay big dividends. Now we've got what looks like Jason Wilds coming in. Did he get it? No, he didn't get a drive-through. He's coming in. That must put him well out of the order because he's going to go tumbling down. Gosh, anyone think he was the reigning champion right up there at the front in the Red Bull Racing Australia standard pit bays.
Brad's coming in for his pit stop now, so what will result of this?
Brad, and he dings it on the way in. Reminiscent of Jason Bright at the weekend on Saturday.
Only less spectacular and one less Kiwi shoving him into the wall.
Oh,
Not the most ideal of pit entries, but for you that must be stock standard.
For me, that is a standard modus operandi, Joshua. And Brad comes in. What's he got down there? He's got quite a bit of damage. Is that 16 or 18 seconds stationary? Josh Revel doubling as our pit lane reporter.
10-second stop, so
10 seconds. Where's he going to come out? We'll just have a look. Cribbo over the hill there.
Get him here.
Cribbo's not over the hill. He's still quite youthful. And it looks like there goes Simon. Here comes Trevor, and Brad has kissed the fence on the way out of pit lane. We'll just catch a look at that again. That didn't go particularly well for him. Zooming along here. And here we go. He's turned the speed limiter off, given it some lock, and oh shock. That wasn't good.
No, that is the move commonly known as the Nathan Addis.
The Nathan Addis. Why are you picking on me, Josh? I've been so pleasant to you all day.
What do we think? What do we think, viewers? Is it fun to take the mickey out of Mr. Addis over here? Of course, we've got the live chat up and running. Hopefully the commentary is still running.
It looks like it is. James Anderson, a shout out to you, mate. A shame you're not here. Dad said you're doing a bit of dancing with the stars lately. It's getting to the pointy end of the year, so that's unfortunate that you can't race. We do miss you. You're a very gentlemanly racer, and we do miss you as a competitor. Come back soon, mate. Come back soon. Brad Jesson in his pursuit, some 5.6 seconds adrift to Simon Cribb. That's an interesting situation. Rob Derrick quite a way back, some 18.8 seconds adrift to Simon Cribb, but 14 seconds adrift of Trevor Zacko Christensen, who he is competing with for championship glory. Brad Jesson having some issues defining the racetrack.
And he's having some issues with the front spoiler. He's redefined the front spoiler of that VF Commodore.
Yes. Now I remember, I think it was Graham Crosby in 1986 at Bathurst ran with Peter Brock's team, and he managed to rip the front splitter off his Commodore BK at the time, and the car went 1.5 seconds a lap quicker. Peter Brock was fuming, of course, because he'd been upstaged, so they made sure they put a really heavy splitter on him after that stint. Brad, of course, remodelling with his own virtual wind tunnel testing here as he turns laps of the circuit. We'll see how it affects his lap time. Can't help the front end though, Josh.
And
Darren Owen comes alive down there in car. Whoa, Brad! Just moderately sideways over the hill there. A little bit of automania at hand.
And it seems that a couple of people are having crises down the...
Crises, plural. Crises. No, I'll say it and you continue the sentence. Some people are having crises.
I'm having a crisis right now.
Your tongue seems to be in a bit of a knot, Josh, which is quite unusual for you.
What do we think, viewers? Yes, okay, fun. Cameron Dance concurs.
We seem to be having some issues with corner cutting.
Which is popcorn the kettle black from Mr. Dance. But this... As we go...
Here we go, Brad Jessen, Trevor Christensen. Brad trying to make Trevor's rear bumper look like Brad's front bumper. And then they'll be able to fuse the two Holdens together and be stretch limo racing.
Well, it wouldn't be stupid if I were them, because they are catching up to Crib at a rate of about half a second a lap. If they just cooperate and sing Kumbaya, we could be in for a great finish.
Is the Volvo, the Coke Zero Volvo, losing its fizz, Josh Revel? Brad Jessen, can you go and just, as our pit lane reporter and our driving standards observer, Josh, just give him a wee tune-up with respect to what constitutes a racetrack?
Most definitely.
Thank you. Brad, of course, looking to make a dive on Trevor Christensen here. Brad looking for the crossover. Power down. There's a bump there on exit.
He'll go for the
Trevor
side here. He'll go down there.
Oh! Trevor across his nose. Brad through the lawn, and he turns him round. That is another Wing Cup moment at the hairpin. Trevor just beautifully executing the flick spin. Beauty. And into it.
They're loud.
Driving standards observer Josh Revel just going to have a word with Brad Jessen. Not so much for the love tap. There'll be no drive-through for that. He has readdressed, but more so the concrete apron on the inside of the left-hander here at the S's. We'll just see how this plays out this time. He's having...
got the message. Did he get the message? No!
No, almost two wheels on the track. Brad, you're getting closer to the truth, mate. But at the moment, driving a bit like a woman's day.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nathan Addis.
Simon Cribb has bolted away upon that. Looks like he now has it in the bag with only 4 laps to run. 14 seconds, 12.8 seconds, depending on which clock we look at. Clear. We have 2 data screens up, so we're getting confused messages. I must learn to look at the screen that you see.
Blake Johnson right on Rob Derrick here.
This is for 4th and 5th. Blake in the blue and white, very clean Ford livery, trying to get a drive on his Ford rival, Rob Derrick, as they go round over the hill at Pukekohe. Rob looks like he's just got a good run there, and no, he's gone a bit wild.
Appleton's estate car having a bit of a Yaman moment there.
Yes. Maybe not quite enough mixer in the blend. And we go round here into the S's. Can Rob recover and catch a slipstream up the back straight? This remains to be seen. Looks like he's got a better run there. Can he get in the toe?
Quite a shallow line coming out of that corner for Derrick there.
Looks like Blake has just eased ahead.
And the gap between Jessen and Christensen again, it's down to Absolutely nothing at all now.
The front of the Jessen car really has had a nose job though, hasn't it?
Exactly. A couple more bumps of that, there will be nothing there.
He's looking like it's not affecting him too much over the hill.
Nothing phases him. Nothing at all, evidently. So the question is, will he be able to claw in Christensen and get second spot? Every position counts in this racing.
And we've only got one lap left to run after this, so it's going to be interesting to watch. The race moving into its closing stages. Battles through the field. Blake Johnson in 4th, cruising out on his own. Rob Derrick in 5th. A couple of seconds adrift. Taylor Oakes with a seriously realigned front end in 6th place. Jason Wilds in the realigned Caterpillar car by the look of it in 7th. Darren Owen in the old Hulk smash.
Oh,
Just gliding through the S's there.
well, some
Maximum understeer. Round railway onto the back straight. Some kind of wonderful.
gliding.
Some
Yeah.
kind of wonderful. Jen Siverson in that sharp red livery. But we ride again with Simon Cribb as he comes around the sweeper. He's having some issues with track cuts as well. We're going to have a word to him post-race. It is the final lap. We're going to watch the Jessen Christensen battle and see if Trevor can hold his own. We're just going to watch and see there. Brad much more honest on that run through as Trevor.
Oh, wide here, wide. It's going to present an opportunity now for Jessen, who got a good run out of the corner.
Trevor
Down the back straight.
Trevor using some rally styles through the S's
Oh,
round a
style's not
railway.
what you need as we go on board with. And now we're on board with Jessen.
Here he goes.
Goes down
Can
the
he do
inside.
it? Oh, they're going to go side by side. No,
Not
he
quite,
backs
but he
out of
runs
it.
Wide. He gets a shallow entry into the next corner.
Trying to get the crossover. No, not quite. Jessen a bit too exuberant on the right foot. The car kicked out momentarily into the hairpin. Is he going to do the crossover here on exit? I don't think he's close enough.
Oh,
it
it's
is doing it. What's going to happen for the lefts though? Where is Trevor?
Oh, come on.
This
no,
is.
he's got it.
He's got it,
Or has
but
he?
hang on. No, Trevor's got to run onto the
Oh,
lawn,
what's
and he
going on
keeps
here?
his foot up it.
And in all that excitement, we forgot to mention that Simon Cribb was the winner.
With a big dented door. It looks like someone squashed the Coke bottle.
Blake Johnson comes home in 4th, Derrick in 5th, and now Taylor Oakes, who started from pole position, looks like he smashed into a pole, and he comes across in 6th place.
More hits at Elvis in that car. Jen Siverson parked up out there, momentarily disappearing. Jason Wilds bringing it home in 7th.
What is with all these Holdens having smashed front noses?
They seem to have issues here with the concrete brake pads around the track. Darren Owen in the Hulk Smash, Pepsi Smash livery.
Every kind of smash that you can get into that.
And we'll take a brief break here. You can catch the results. We'll take a brief break and be back very shortly with race number 2.
The world's best racing car simulators are now available for your personal and corporate entertainment. We manufacture for sale or hire open wheel and saloon car simulators. Don't bore your guests with long speeches. Entertain them with something a little different at your corporate events. Set an impression that lasts forever with our car simulators. Put the brakes on your busy schedule and call us today on 0800 497 377.
A lot of people go through life doing things badly. Racing's important to men who do it well. When you're racing, it's life. Anything that happens before or after, it's just waiting.
Today, we stood on the wall. We laughed at the sun. We laughed at the guns. We laughed at it all.
race 2 of the evening. Now, this is going to be a reverse grid race, determined by the results of race 1. So now we are ready to go to race 2.
21 again, guys.
As Nathan said there, 20 laps, 1 pit stop. Jen Severson from the pole position. So who will win this race? This will be very interesting to see.
It's going to be one to watch. Someone hasn't joined yet by the look of it. We've got an issue. Who hasn't joined?
That's Christensen.
Trevor's on the grid. Jen Siverson, everyone's there, and away they go. Lights go green. Simon Cribb sneaking up there. What a lightning start from dead last on the grid. Trying to go around the outside. Rob Derrick getting a love tap again at the start of race 2. That's not ideal. And through the angry battle pack go. Round railway onto the back straight at Pukekohe. Gosh, you could throw a duvet over the field. They're just staying so bunched. 3 wide up the back straight. Heading into the new chicane complex. We use new and inverted commas. It has been there for a number of years. Cribb clipping Derrick. Wilds making the most of that opportunity. Rob Derrick coming back through, but not quite getting the drive due to the tight line he took. Brad Jessen hovering around in the background in the 1.5 mobile car. Trevor Christensen up the inside at the hairpin on Derrick. And it's on. Here we go.
Chris Pither.
The Chris Pither manoeuvre executed nicely by Rob Derrick. Round over the hill. And Derrick getting a tap from Jessen. Just the pack. This never ends well into turn 1. And there we go. Trevor Zacko Christensen being forced out wide onto the lawn by virtue of a side swipe. Round they go onto the back straight. We've got Darren Owen surprisingly leading the field. Taylor Oakes in second. Simon Cribb, you can just see up ahead in the Coke Zero car, the red and black car. Jen Siverson holding her own in fourth. Jason Wilds. Brad Jessen rubbing Rob Derrick again. Rob rubbing Jason.
Biff and Barge. And Christensen having almighty trouble in the back there.
Yes.
Down the inside.
Jen just been passed. Don't put the power down too soon that wide. Rob Derrick sneaking through. Brad Jessen looking to make his move, and there's Rob trying to go up the inside of Jason. And he does as Jason goes wild and wide. Comes back and hits Jen Siverson. Let's just catch a replay of that. This is never ideal.
Let's see what happens here.
And around.
Wilds goes Wilds. Hits the plate.
Here it comes.
Out
of control. And Jen just carries on.
The kick.
Well saved.
God.
Only to be drilled by Trevor Zacko Christensen, who probably completely misjudged her speed. And it looks like we've got another shunt. Christensen has been hit by... Drum roll, please. Nobody. Let's just wind that back. And what have we got here? He drills Jen, hits the fence, off he comes, power down, traction issues, and around he goes. Oh no! Trevor now.
In last place.
In last place. He's not going to be happy.
Well, someone who will be happy now is Taylor Oakes. He's made redemption from that last race.
He's hunting down Darren Owen. It's always nice to be following Darren around the racetrack. Taylor having some issues determining what four wheels What 2 wheels on the race surface means, that means the colour-coded surface, black, which is the same colour as the tyres, as opposed to the ripple strip. Perhaps Taylor thinks he is the candy man. Into the braking area, Simon Cribb looming large.
Oh, Darren's run a bit wide here. Now Taylor's got a good run going into the hairpin. Will he try for a move? Me thinks yes, but doesn't happen. But Darren's taking a shallow line going into there. He's got a bad exit going up toward Ford Mountain. Will there be any attempt to pass up here, or no?
Taylor Oates, if he's a wise man with a level head,
Oh, Darren got it sideways going over the sweeper.
he will just bide his time and sit there in second place, keeping the pressure on the Hulk Smash car. We're just dropping back there to see our newcomer Blake Johnson making a move on Jen Siverson in the bright red Martini Holden. Jason Wilds looming up, stalking like a cat as we head up the back straight with our leaders Darren Owen, Taylor Oates, and the hot pursuit for last place on the podium, Simon Cribb. What have we got here?
Will he try and move down the inside? No. Again, holding fire rather. Didn't necessarily get a good run out of that corner, so that sort of killed all momentum there for a potential move. And so he'll.
What's going to happen? Over the hill. Darren always on the limit.
Or on the grass.
Or both.
I guess it's down to what he thinks the limit is, which is exceedingly more than some perceive it to be.
If Simon gets past Taylor, we're going to have the battle of the cola brands here. The
Cola
Pepsi
versus
Smash, Hulk Smash. Here he goes. Simon Cribb looking to make the move, but not quite making it stick. That's because it's Coke Zero, you see. Sugar-free, less tack. Here he goes into... Oh, and does that with ease. But is Taylor going to come back? Holy heck, round the outside. Can he do it? Not quite.
He'll go from him down the inside.
Jason, of course, looking to make a move there as someone in the background flails across the lawn. Simon Cribb just crossed up on exit for the hairpin. Oh my gosh, Taylor Oates. Can he capitalise? The battle is happening. Brad Jessen and Rob Derrick, of course, having their own battle too. Blake Johnson, Jason Wilds, Jen Siverson, Trevor Christensen trailing at the back of the field, some 10 seconds behind Jen, which is unfortunate for him. And here we go. Is that the move? It looks like the move. The move was on. The move's completed. Simon Cribb round Railway up the back straight at Pukekohe. Now in second place ahead of Taylor Oates. Rob Derrick just a little bit further back and looming large with Brad Jessen pushing him along every inch of the way. I reckon that's about 5 cars and 150 metres there. Josh Revel, what's your thoughts?
My thoughts are this can go pear-shaped very quickly, so hopefully this remains... Jessen,
Brad,
come on.
having some stability issues on exit.
Oh, too deep into the brakes, too deep. Oh, he's run wide. Now Jessen's going to get a good run on him coming out of the corner. And all of a sudden, there is the leader. This is not good for Owen at all.
Darren Owen in the big Hulk Smash car there. You can see the Hulk himself gracing the bonnet and grille. Tongue out, teeth gnashing. While Coke Zero, sugar-free but all the same fizz, looms up behind.
And look at the back there. You wouldn't like it when I'm angry. So
No,
better not
you
make
won't.
him angry. Coke versus Pepsi.
And here we go. Oh, the crossover. Darren making a 7 apex straight by the look of it. Seeing if he can block.
Also known as the Max Verstappen move.
Here we
There
go
it is.
into...
Outside, he's done there. No, not quite. And
Simon trying to get the crossover.
Oh!
Taylor capitalising on all of that. Rob Derrick and Brad Jessen coming together in the background as Rob slows to avoid the pile-up.
Oh, God! Under brakes. Taylor Oates pushes him going into the corner. He's got a good exit coming out of here, but he shuts the door. This is madness!
Brad Jesson making a move there on Rob Derrick, who elects to pit early. This is out of... Oh, that may not have been planned. He looks to have had a wee moment. We're just going to watch that one again.
He's lost his
I'm not 100% sure what happened, but Rob Derrick there, upon exit of the hairpin, looks like he's locked up and hit the wall on pit lane entry. This is going to be a long stop.
Oh!
That was a quick stop. He's lost the bonnet as well. How long is he going to be stationary for? Just send Josh Revel, our pit lane reporter, out to have a look. This is going to be interesting to watch.
15 seconds.
15 seconds. Is it 15 or 19?
Oh, God, here we go.
Meanwhile, back at the front, Taylor Oates, Simon Cribb, Brad Jesson,
No.
Darren Owen. It is on. Darren,
Oh,
and
God,
there's
no.
Simon. It looks like he's looped it round in the Volvo. He's in the Volvo.
So now that means that this man, Taylor Oakes, has taken the lead here.
He's bolted again out in front. Oh my gosh. What a legend.
And now Darren living up to the Pepsi Smash name.
And it looks like Cribb and...
So
Cribb
Simon Cribb and Blake
and
Johnson have elected
Blake.
to go into the pit lane.
Round they come. What sort of stationary times have we got here? Cribbo cruising down pit lane. Blake just behind him. And I think Blake stops ahead of. And looking like 12 seconds stationary
And
to
9
Cribbo's
seconds.
9. How does he keep getting 9? Is that by virtue he's in the 888 pit? That could be it. Roland, you've helped him out. Cribbo's in a Volvo, of course. And out he comes back onto track. And away he goes. Who's going to get past? No one by the looks. No. So, Rob Derrick, after his pit stop, still sporting no bonnet, I think.
It's not too bad. At least the cooling won't be in much effect.
Yeah, but the arrow over the front of the car. That car should not overheat, but I bet it turns like a lizard.
Well, depending upon who you talk to, it's not much of a change.
Trevor Zacco Christensen in pursuit there for last place. We then move back through the field. Taylor Oakes. Brad Jesson again having issues. The pit driving standards observer is just going to go and have a word to him.
So, the question being, will Jesson claw in the gap? Or will Taylor Oakes drive off into the distance?
The challenge we have with Brad Jesson, of course, is about the only man in the room who can actually look Jason Bargwanna in the eye.
What? What are you suggesting there?
Nothing.
Oh, sure, it's nothing. Oh,
Taylor
is
Oakes
going
into the pits. Brad Jesson carries on. What are we going to have? Was that a wild entry I saw there? I think it was. He looks like he just may have had a connection. We'll just catch that. He was trying to slow the car down, I think. And no, he sort of kept control. Well played. He's servicing the car. Where's he going to come out? Jason Wilds pulls it in front of him. Looks like he's in a 888 pit bay as well. Looking at the same, is that 9 seconds up there or 8 seconds stationary?
Now the question I have is
And
how
out they
did Darren
go.
Owen jump everybody there?
Darren Owen, what's he done? We're going to have a look at that one again. Did he drive through? Did Darren have a Darren Owen brain moment? Did he drive through the pits? Did he not stop?
He didn't stop!
Was he clearing the drive-through? Have we missed something there, Josh?
Well, I can't imagine he would have gotten a drive-through penalty. I mean, what for?
Normally he lights up when things don't go horribly right for him. And he exceptionally lights up when things go horribly wrong. Taylor Oakes ahead of Darren Owen. What have we got going on here? Darren on the grass. But something is amiss.
Well, with all that said and done, Brad Jesson comes in for his pit stop.
Oh no, we've had contact.
Jesson's got a quick stop going on here. We may want to catch up with Taylor Oakes.
We've had contact here by the look of it. Cribbo Oh, no, not quite.
May want to go back to the leader, mate.
Darren Owen brings it into the pits again. What's he going to do this time? Do you reckon he'll stop for fuel? He's kissing all the walls. It's not Blarney Stones, Darren.
Someone give him a map. X marks the spot, Darren. You can find it.
You sure it's not G? Anyway, we'll see how he goes.
And
This time he services the car. Did he drive through because someone was in his pit bay?
who knows?
And
Oh,
now he's
missed.
backing up. He's overshot it.
Somebody in my pit bay before.
Ah, there we go. He's just confirmed on radio someone was in his pit bay. All he had to do was pull up behind them. It wasn't that hard.
And we might
Brad
wanna go
Jessen
back
in
to
the lead.
Might want to go back to the lead. It's tight in between Oaks and Jessen. And an equally tight battle in between Wilds and Cribbo.
And Blake Johnson.
Right behind them.
The three-way battle for third, fourth and fifth. Simon Cribb currently in third. And just a little bit further adrift is the bonnetless Rob Derrick and Trevor Zacko Christensen. Jen Siverson as well, showing that she's a little bit further adrift than perhaps she's suggesting.
Oh, the gap
And the lead.
is nothing now. It is absolutely nothing. So, what will result of this is still another 7 laps to go here in race 2.
The Hyper Stimulator New Zealand Supercars Social League battle continues up and down the field.
2 equally exciting battle groups going on here. It's hard to keep track of who's doing what and so on. Oh,
There's 3 battle groups if you include the Derek Christensen fight for 6th and 7th. Jen Siverson just on the rear of that. Darren Owen well adrift by virtue of giving himself a drive-through, i.e. electing to because someone was parked in his pit bay. The Hulk Smash well out of the battle with 6 laps remaining. Jen Siverson holding her own. And here we have it. Blake Johnson looks like he's going to make a move on Jason Wilds. Oh, and they follow each other.
Rallycross style. So, certainly set up for an exciting
Jason
finish.
having some issues differentiating between the road surface and the track boundaries. We'll have to watch that. Maybe he'll go and have a word to him as well. Taylor Oakes still in hot pursuit of Brad Jessen.
And Rob Derrick has just gone off the circuit and lost the position to Trevor Christensen there. Jessen's got a bad run of that out of that corner. Will Oakes try and go down the inside? No, he won't. But I think an equally good run out of that corner, so no advantage gained there by Oakes. All that's needed now from Jessen is consistency.
Jason going wide and wild again across to the inside. Will that give Blake the run he needs?
Yep,
and
it
around
will.
he goes.
He's done it. He's got the move done. So
How? Oh, so narrow that margin.
So Johnson up to 4th.
Blake making his debut here in the Supercars Social League, not disgracing himself one iota as Wilds goes up on 2 wheels, just saving a bit of rubber through Railway onto the back straight. Rob Derrick hunting down to try and reclaim the position on Trevor Zacko Christensen. These two contending for 1st and 2nd in the Supercars Social League Championship. Trevor currently leads by the narrowest of margins in the championship overall. Rob needs to keep his head and his bonnet. Jason Wilds having a moment there, costing him dearly. Trevor Christensen following Blake Johnson through. Is Trevor going to make a move on Blake? This is going to hurt Rob because he needs to stick with Trevor. He needs to keep that gap. We've only got one more round after this, and that is at Homebush for the final time around the streets of Sydney Olympic Park. Blake going a bit wide. Jason keeping a better line, and there's Rob Derrick using all the track and a little bit more. Jen Siverson bringing it through. She's sticking with the lead pack. Very impressed with her driving tonight. A little bit of A little bit of cosmetic surgery to the front end of the Martini Holden, but hey, look, it's at least relatively symmetrical, which will keep her partner Chris Bramley's OCD well in check. Darren Owen, a long way adrift.
Gap's just sort of close up in between, well, not really, sort of stabilised, but nevertheless, there's still a couple laps to go. Still plenty of time for Oates to take the lead, but I mean, he's going to need to start advancing quite shortly now.
Simon Cribb, round Railway, bit of a buffer, back to Blake Johnson, Trevor Christensen, Jason Wilds, the 4th, 5th, 6th battle pack. 3 seconds further back to Rob Derrick, and then just slightly further back, 10 seconds adrift to Jen Siverson, who's keeping up with the boys very, very well. A track she hasn't done a lot of laps on, so this is impressive to see. Jen just fresh back from visiting the Gold Coast 600, and then Big Boys Toys in Auckland. So not having done a lot of hyper stimulator race seat miles lately. Taylor Oakes has a bit of a moment there. He looks like he's recovered from it. We'll just grab a replay. What's he done? Round and out wide, through he comes, just glancing the wall and then snotting it properly. There we go. What's that going to do with Simon Cribb, who looks like he's capitalised and taken second? So Brad Jesson out on his own, Simon Cribb unable probably in the remaining lap after this to do anything about the Jesson scenario. Taylor Oakes, who will be no doubt livid with himself.
Oh, bit of carnage here between Johnson and Christensen.
The battle pack is tight here. 4th, 5th and 6th, the first 3 off the podium, battling like they're playing for championship wins.
Well, in Christensen's case, it kind of is.
Yes, that's not an unfair sentiment, but Rob Derrick's a little bit further back. Bonnetless Rob. And Jen Siverson bringing it round into the hairpin. Darren Owen. The old Pepsi Smash car burping fire. As we enter the last lap, Brad Jesson, Simon Cribb, Taylor Oakes, Blake Johnson, Trevor Zacko Christensen, Jason Wilds again having issues with track boundaries. Rob Derrick saying, anything you can do, I can do, cheatier. But going a little bit wide at Railway, which has hurt him no end. Jen Siverson having issues too. Brad Jesson into the hairpin for the last time. Exiting and heading around to take the checkered flag. Will anything go horribly wrong over the hill at Pukekohe? It doesn't look like it. It doesn't need to. He's a safe 3 seconds ahead. And Brad Jesson takes the win in race number 2. Followed home by Simon Cribb. Well done, Cribbo. Taylor Oakes. And Simon seemingly giving a bit of a butt reaming to the Jesson entry after the flag as Taylor puts it on the roof in spectacular fashion. Blake Johnson 4th, Trevor Zacko Christensen 5th, Jason Wild 6th, Rob Derrick backing it up. Don't get disqualified there, Rob. That would be a disaster. In 7th. The standings still count after the fact. Jen Siverson in 8th. And Darren Owen just finishing the race to take 9th. We'll be right back very shortly with race number 3, which will be a reverse grid of the points so far. Catch you shortly.
best racing car simulators are now available for your personal and corporate entertainment. We manufacture for sale or hire open wheel and saloon car simulators. Don't bore your guests with long speeches. Entertain them with something a little different at your corporate events. Set an impression that lasts forever with our car simulators. Put the brakes on your busy schedule and call us today on 0800 497 377.
A lot of people go through life doing things badly. Racing's important to men who do it well. When you're racing, it's life. Anything that happens before or after, it's just waiting.
Today, we stood on the wall. We laughed at the sun. We laughed at the guns. We laughed at it all.
Number 3, will ride on board with Simon Cribb as he goes to start the race from the back of the grid. We'll just go down a little bit there to zoom in and see what happens.
Who do you think's going to win this, mate?
Anyone's game, anyone's race.
Because at the moment it's tied points in between Brad Jessen and Simon Kadebo.
Jen Siverson sits on pole. We've got an absenteeism in front there, have we?
No. We are all good as we get ready for the start of the race. We're underway here for race 3 of...
A very slow start from Trevor Zacko Christensen. I reckon he was late into the race there.
Maybe, maybe not, but it's probably best to be this far back at the start of the race.
Jen Siverson currently running second to Darren Hulk Smash, Pepsi Smash Owen. Jason Wilds, Rob Derrick doing it there in third. And fourth, battling it out. Taylor Oakes, Blake Johnson. As we go into the chicane complex. Darren Owen, looks like we've had a bit of a biffo there. We'll just take the helicopter chase view here for a moment. Tyre smoke and bewilderment lights up. Blake Johnson coming together with Simon Cribb. Brad Jessen, Trevor Zacko Christensen taking up the rear of the field. It's close here though. Can Blake get a run on Simon over the hill? Let's see. Not likely, but Simon just a big wobble there. What did you think of that, Josh? Looked like he was going to kiss the wall, but he gathered it up. Blake trying for the inside line.
Severson's run wide. Severson's run wide. And
the tyre bundle goes flying. Cribbo, a very big sports fan, playing soccer with the tyre bundle. Christensen just dropping back a little bit there. Blake trying to get past Simon, who seems to be changing his line erratically. Hopefully he doesn't change under brakes.
Oh, whoa.
The move was on. Jason Wilds, has he done an unsafe re-entry? It's nose to tail racing here at
Whoa. 2 moves into 1, but that does not work out as Cribbo does D1 and Z.
He gets a tap. We're going to have to catch that one again. That's not good. Simon Cribb, of course.
Oh, dear me.
Where is he? We're trying to ride with him.
Blood in the water over this.
There he is. And he puts his foot down and he gets assisted by Brad Jessen. Does Brad readdress? It doesn't look like he has. There'll be controversy after the race if he doesn't. He gets 2 laps to do it. But he does need to readdress.
There'll be blood in the water over this.
You gonna tell him or not? And Josh Revel goes down to break the news to Brad Jessen. It hasn't gone down well. It's been received like a bitter pill as Blake Johnson goes out and finds the lawn. Cautiously rejoining the track, Trevor Zacko Christensen taking a wide, evasive line. Simon Cribb at the tail end of the field, waiting for Brad to throttle off and readdress. He hasn't got long before it's over.
Darren Owen had a moment up there.
Darren Owen. We'll just have a look at that one again too. Over the hill, he's gone out wide, clipped the lawn, out of control, bang. I remember when...
And he's killed the marshal by the looks of this.
It did, yes, he did touch the marshal. Darren all over the place. Dead last for Darren Owen. Being pursued by our server Hyper Race Control, which is not actually circulating. Simon Cribb, Trevor Christensen, Brad Jessen looking to not readdress. Our driving standards observer Josh Revel may have to go down and have a second word with him. Brad not making any attempt there. Sad to see this end of the championship. If Simon Cribb finishes... Oh, it's Jen Siverson goes wide and wild.
And just like that, the butt cheeks of Tail Oaks were clenched very, very much so. Dear me, dear me, dear me. Anyway, as we focus on the rest of the race, Rob Derrick currently leads the race, and he's got quite a good buffer over here. Oh, Jason Wilds going wild all over the place, and yeah, so it's gone from bad to worse for the Hulk smash. Who smashed again? Oh, and Oaks has taken out the tyre bundle as he's running wide, coming over Ford Mountain. This opens up the door for Jason Wilds, but will he actually go for the pass? Jen Siverson looming large there, and she's done a very good job in this round, in fact. Definitely on the pace of the leaders. So she's in with a shot. Certainly consistency is going to pay off. And now... as we go on board now with Jen Siverson. And a good battle back there with Brad Jessen and Blake Johnson. The two BJs. Now the question remains, will Brad redress on Cribbo, or will he remain stationed and bear the brunt of a potential protest at the end of the proceedings? He goes down the inside. I think there though.
Race number 3 with Hyperstimulator New Zealand's V8 Supercars Social League Pukekohe round, and we have a green light. And the race is underway. Jen Siverson on pole, Darren Owen beside her, Rob Derrick currently 3rd, Jason Wilds 4th, Taylor Oakes 5th, Trevor Zacko Christensen 6th, Blake Johnson 7th, as Brad Jesson has a wee moment. He thinks that needs readdressing, but I don't think there's much readdressing needed. He did it all on his own. Didn't have the B pillar. tried to dive for the inside line, and that didn't go horribly right. It went horribly wrong. Josh Revel, what's your take on this? We had a bit of a technical difficulty with Darren Owen in that last race. He spent a bit of time trying to find his way into the pits with a car that was a mangled wreck, and then when he got into the pits, he had an additional surprise of a pit crew that wouldn't service him, which was a bit unfortunate.
Yeah, he's got a temperamental pit bay.
It does look like that. So we've just done a bit of testing quickly, which is why if you were watching the live stream, you'll see a few things that may look a bit different in the wee intermission with cars going out and turning laps. We just wanted to bring them in and have them do a lap and actually sit in their pit bay and see how the allocation looked. There's a few cars here having issues with
Jeez.
defining the road surface. Simon Cribb, Blake Johnson and Brad Jesson in that bunch.
He's got a good draft here, so...
It does look like it. Blake Johnson in the tow. Will Simon block? Who knows? Blake going out wide, allowing Brad up the inside to capitalise on exit, it looks like.
And move up the front there for Rob Derrick, trying to get past Mr. Darren Owens.
Darren Owen, always a hard charger, very difficult to pass. His 5 Apex straights, infamously famous. Brad Jesson around the outside there of Blake Johnson. Sparks fly. They go over the hill. Blake just getting a good run there. It looks like he might have a K an hour on Brad, but no, not on exit. As Rob Derrick and Darren Owen do battle at the front. Always entertaining watching Darren Owen.
And Owen does battle with the track limits there as well, by the looks of things, so kind of debatable really, that one. As Jesson gets past Johnson there. Will he go down the inside? No, he won't. Not much space left there. So Owen leads from Derrick and Citizen, who's she's right there, you know?
Holding her own in third. Young Jenny, our First Lady of Motorsport. Darren, an ambitious manoeuvre there. Botching the exit, allowing Rob an advantage, but pushing him out wide. Darren Owen. Oh, a wee tap from behind from the Appleton Estate Bottle-O car.
Nah, just a bit of bump drafting. As
Rob
Derrick
calling his disdain.
He's getting a little bit frustrated in behind the Pepsi Max Smash car.
We'll see how these track limits go through here. Jason Wild's having issues. Everyone else largely getting through cleanly. Blake Johnson doing battle with Brad Jesson.
So now the front order, this is starting to look like a Moto3 race where basically the whole field is battling for the lead. How the social league can be fun, no! Oh, Sivison just got it a bit wrong there, a bit taily going into there. That is very not goodest.
Taylor Oakes,
Oh!
trying to capitalise on that opportunity as Jen just tucks herself up, slows down, I think, to readdress. Not sure exactly what happened there.
Oh, God!
This is anyone's race.
Oh, Lord have mercy upon the souls that be racing here tonight. This is outstanding, but also terrifying at the same time. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, jeez.
The signs go flying.
Maybe,
Rob Derrick this time keeping his bonnet on, which is refreshing to see.
maybe that's a sign of things to come.
Maybe it is.
But it's
Well played, Josh.
about time one of my craptacular jokes makes the broadcast.
We are still waiting for the yours truly blooper highlights reel for Funny Fridays at Hyperstimulator.
Mate.
And here we go, Jason Wilds. What's he going to do into the hairpin? He was
late.
looking to feint a manoeuvre.
Too late.
Derrick goes wide, but Jason follows him. Taylor Oakes looking to capitalise on Jason's misfortune. Here we go over the hill. What's going to happen? Can he get a run? Taylor just slightly taking a tighter line. Jason looking to get a bit of a wobble on.
Oh, Siverson's gone wide there.
Change back to stick shift to front. He deliberately raises pedal.
Oh!
And Jen Siverson
Oh!
makes contact with Simon Cribb. Jen trying to turn the car around there. What have we got? No one behind her, I don't think. She'll get a clean run. Simon Cribb runs away. She's definitely readdressed that one. Taylor Oates just narrowly avoiding Jason Wilds as Rob Derrick makes contact with Darren Owen. Jason Wilds trying to capitalise up the inside. Not quite making that stick. Looking more like Dodgems at the AMP show than professional supercars racing.
Oh, geez, late manoeuvre there. Max Verstappen kind of moving there.
I do wonder where...
Oh, 3 wide, down the front straight.
I do wonder where Jason Bargwanna is tonight. He's certainly not here, but he'll be
He'll have a
needing
field
blood
day.
thinners and blood pressure tablets if he was.
There's
Taylor Oates there, just popping into ITM.
Well, they saw him right, that's for sure.
They did. Oh, Jason Wilds. Does Taylor need to readdress after that one, Josh? What have we got going on?
I don't know. I don't think he needs to because he was at the front of the battle pack at the initial point at which he went off the circuit, so can't say he gained much out of that. Oh, there goes Brad Jessen, all kamikaze into there. Now, the most traditional method of slowing through a corner is to use the brakes. In Jessen's case, it's to pull the handbrake and pray, and then he goes.
The last of the late breakers, or don't break at all. And everyone's coming around the corner going, what to do? Darren Owen lights up and comes flying across. Darren Owen going off like a dead sheep in the Hawke's Bay summer sun. It's on. Jason Wilds trying to put a move on Taylor Oates. And using all the lawn to do it. That's not going to pay dividends there. That's the slow entry onto the straight using that much curb at Railway.
Well, that's paying tribute to the CAT's service of earth-moving machinery. And now we are in for a tight battle as they go too wide going to the corner.
It's been sorted.
As this is just on for young and old. Will Taylor go down the inside for this corner? No, he won't. He just holds fire. So now Rob Derrick leads the race from Jason Wilds. Taylor Oates
making a run on Jason over the hill. Jason
they both run
going
wide.
and wide.
And Johnson down the inside. Johnson up to 3rd place.
Well done, Blake. Not doing too bad for a first-time racer there, Josh Rebel.
No kidding. No kidding. Like, I mean, this is not a lax field. I mean, we got series champions in this race. We've got people who should be in the pro league by all means, rather. So I mean, like, the fact he's doing as well as he is in his debut running is a very good sign. So interesting to see how he develops as a driver over the next few races. So, just gassing it up on the exit of the corner there.
Rob Derrick leading the way by 4.5 seconds from Jason Wilds on your screens now, being followed by Blake Johnson. Taylor Oates in 4th. Trevor Zacco Christensen in 5th. Brad Jessen 6th place. Darren Owen, the very angry Hulk Smash, Pepsi Smash driver. Followed by Jen Siverson with Simon Cribb at the back. Some 43 seconds adrift of the leaders as he goes around the hairpin.
Very healthy lead here for Derrick. It's really his race to lose.
You're a nice commentator, aren't you? It's his race to lose.
It is, though, because, I mean, it's a very healthy margin, And really, he's remained unscathed from the first few laps, which have just been, well, interesting to say the least.
Yes,
As
Trevor
Johnson comes into the pit lane,
Trevor
followed
Zacco
by
Christensen, of course, in 5th.
followed by Oaks as well. I think he's coming to the pit lane. Yep. So now that bumps Jessen up to 2nd place, but he did have an excursion with the Rallycross Holden that he has now got.
And he still needs to make his stop, of course, as Gene Siverson comes over the hill.
So, battle of the pit crews here. Derek out first. Oaks
And
out.
Blake, and he has. He's pulled out ahead of Jessen. Oaks, sorry.
Which will, in effect, I think, give him 2nd place.
This is the battle pack as they race on the grid.
So, again, interesting thing being thrown into this race. Oh, Derek's spun it. Derek spun it.
That's unfortunate, because that's going to cost him dearly.
Just trying to find Derek here. Well, he already ran wide going into the sweeper. Going a bit too deep, a little bit too much vigor.
Cold tyres, hot driver.
And cut the corner going into there. Ran too wide. Gassed it out of that corner.
Lights it up.
And Brad Jessen again taking a long stint here.
It's going to make for a long stop. Gene Siverson in pit lane, of course. Jason Wilds completing his stop. Where's he going to come out? The car comes down off the jacks. He should be ready to go any second. There he is.
So which going to merge here?
Plummeting down through the field
yeah.
as everyone comes through. Rob Derrick currently sitting 5th on the road. Trevor Zacco Christensen in 6th. Jason in 7th.
And Jessen's coming in for his pit stop this lap. Wonder when Owen's going to come in though.
Owen pitted early. He's already done a stop.
He did he?
Pretty sure.
Really?
Oh, no, maybe not. 2.2 adrift. Brad, an ambitious line. Sorry, the commentators got muddled there. And he kissed the wall. That's not going to help your stationary time, Brad Jessen. But at least he didn't do the Jason Bright and block pit lane.
No, as Darren Owen takes control of the race now. So very quick stop there for Jessen. So Blake Johnson comes over the top of the hill. Where is he going to rejoin? And Johnson takes the position. He gets up into 2nd place, but this will be effective 1st place once Darren Owen comes in for his pit stop in this lap. So just struggling there a little bit.
Struggling somewhat. Rob just went a bit wide there again at Railway, which is a little bit odd. We're not quite sure what's going on. Brad will look to make a move, but cold tyres won't make that too effective. Rob looking to make a move on Taylor Oaks. Blake Johnson leads the way as Darren is yet to pit. Oh, and Rob makes contact with Taylor Oaks. That's going to stuff him up. That's let Trevor Zacco Christensen through and given him the event. Early days, 8 laps to go. Anything could happen. There's Taylor. Rob's now got all the work to do. Josh, the nasty commentator, has applied the commentator's curse to the Derek Bottolo Appleton entry.
Too much Appleton's estate. Too much of the sponsor's brand is in the end.
Certainly some high-octane action.
And high-octane corner cutting there by Cribbo.
Cribbo making an interesting line and cutting the corners. Also using paddle shift. He refuses to change, which is a bit of a problem. We had a restart and he was warned he could be excluded from the results. Everyone required to run sequential shift. But like a tree that's standing by the waterside, he shall not be moved as he goes wide, allowing Oaks to have a look. And Taylor gets it done as Simon goes wide at the hairpin. Back to 6th place. And wide on exit over the hill for Simon Cribb. Rob Derrick looking to capitalise on that manoeuvre. And doesn't. Oh dear, a little bit wide. Something seems to be amiss in the Derrick entry. Not quite sure what it is. Darren Owen using all the curb, as you can see from the shower of sparks. Just phenomenal. Jen Siverson coming through. As Blake Johnson leads the way and continues to do that since the pit stops sorted out the official field order upon completion. Brad Jesson running around in second, 2 seconds adrift, doing everything he can to try and close that gap. Four laps to go now. Jesson just keeping 2 wheels on the race track surface, as does Cribbo that time. Jen Siverson in that very vibrant martini livery. She was having a very good run in the previous race. It was just unfortunate that we had the technical difficulty with Darren's pit crew. They seemingly went on strike. Just a little bit of lawn mowing there from Jen. As Blake Johnson leads the way, hotly pursued by Brad Jesson, Jason Wilds, Trevor Zacko Christensen, Taylor Oakes, Simon Cribb, Rob Derrick. A little bit ambitious in his track cuts there. Darren Owen, the Hulk Smash, Pepsi Smash driver, is a little bit angry. Jen Siverson, very ambitious in her track cuts there. Using all of the concrete apron at Pukekohe Park Raceway. Jason just a little bit wide and wobbly, allowing Trevor Zacko Christensen and Taylor Oakes through. That was easy, or made to look it. See what happens over the hill. Jason using all of the track as he tries to get the crossover on Taylor Oakes. Looks like he's done it there. Into the sweeper at turn 1, he has. Everyone needs to be a little bit careful through here, keep their head. Darren a little bit more honest this time. Jen Siverson coming around the sweeper. What's she going to do? 2 wheels on the race surface, we hope. No, it's the same cut from Jen. Last place, some 14 seconds adrift. It's probably not a big deal, but honesty is the best policy. And there's the bunch. Trevor Zacko Christensen, Jason Wilds and Taylor Oakes all dive for the same gap at the hairpin. Simon Cribb watches from behind to see what he can capitalise on. Mr. Paddle Shift himself. And Jason goes wild, allowing
his nose in a little bit more than it already has been.
Yes. Cosmetic surgery as Cribbo tries to capitalise in the Volvo and paddle shift his way through. Not quite close enough. Can he get a run onto the back straight? Let's see what happens. into the braking area ahead. That bunch still close after 19 or 18 laps of racing. Cribbo going in.
Too deep. Too deep.
Deeper than a skin diver.
Cribbo's lost his fizz.
Now, do we need to have a look at that one again? Just a bit of a replay here. It was a bit of a lunge. Massive lunge from way back. Big, ambitious track cut on the way through. And around he goes as we have howls of protest from Rob Derrick. It looks like he's been served by Badders.
This is
Darren Owen, controversy.
This is Darren acting in the case. Which, let's have a look at that again. That should be redressed, because certainly that was Darren saying, "This is Sparta!" That is very bad for both parties. But meanwhile up in front, Blake Johnson has just been keeping it cool, calm, steady. He's driven magnificently. And, there's still some battles going up along here.
Cribbo going a bit wide.
Coke versus Pepsi still in effect here. Owens has
Darren
dropped
doing
back.
the readdress.
But meanwhile, up in front is Blake Johnson going to take his maiden win here in the Social League. Well done to Blake Johnson. Second place is Brad Jessen, who will take the round win here. And Trevor Zacko Christensen getting some much needed points in his pursuit of the title. And Oaks paying dividends there. Smash! As everyone just canyons in. And Siverson coming across the line to conclude her night of racing. The results for her don't really pay much dividends to how well she actually drives. So well done to everyone for this night of racing.
It was a standout drive by Jen Siverson.
Yes. So anyway, with that round over, Pukekohe Supercars Social League round is concluded with the round winner being Brad Jessen. And the title looks certainly to be in Trevor Christensen's hands, but there is still one round to go at Homebush, which will be later on in the season. The next round of the leagues will be on next week, the 14th of November, when the Pro League drivers will be driving around Pukekohe to try and decide the round. Right now it's tied points between David Stevens and Josh Revel. Who will take out that round? Who will take out the championship? Join us next time on our league live stream.